titan that's rising, oh, just you watch. I'm stepping into fame. There is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made.
.6 Savage here, and today we're going to talk about 4.6 versus 5.0. Now, we're going to start with the 4.6, and we're going to list off things that the pros and cons to a 4.6 and why a 5.0 is better, and the same with the 5.0 and why a 4.6 is better. So, first thing we're going to start off with is the pros. The pros to a 4.6 is you're looking at the 4.6 is a high mileage motor. It puts out, let's see, 300,000 miles, before they even start to give, depending how you treat them. They're used in cop cars and have seen well over 300,000. Mine is estimated at 250,000 when I first got it. But what we're going to talk about is that 4.6 loves boost. That's great and all, but boost is expensive. It does not respond well to NA. The torque band is also higher. These cars love a lot of stall. Mine's mildly modded, and I'm going a 4K stall on the street. And you've got, let's see what else. The block is almost unbreakable, but at 460 wheel horsepower, that's when your rods start to go. And then on top of it, you've got less rotational weight, i.e. you have no push rods. No push rods means you can spin a little higher. Your RPM red line is going to be a little higher on a 4.6 than it will be on a 5.0. Basically, you get more fuel economy and you make power more efficiently with a 4.6 than you would a 5.0. That's not saying you make more power. That's just saying you make it more efficiently. And 95 and a 96. Last year of the 5.0 in the Mustang and the first year of the 4.6 in it. They made the same horsepower and the same torque. 215 like 280. 215, 280, and that's at the crank. There's no difference. What the difference is their torque bands. So your torque band is going to go on a 4.6 and be what, $4,000, 4,200, while a 5.0 you've got 3,200, 3,400. It's so much lower to get into that torque band. You don't need as much of a high stall. 4.6 has oil draining back problems. At higher RPM, the heads do not drain oil back like they're supposed to the oil pan, and you can starve your engine. It is not recommended for high RPM use without having 7 quarts in the oil pan. You can get away with it. I've done it. Not an issue. It's just, we're talking about running stock rev limit on a 4.6 is 6. We're talking about running 7. So I run in 6,700, so I'm running in that range. I run 7 quarts in mine. 5.0, your red line's what, 6, 7 at the most. You can rev it higher depending on what mods you have, but normally they like the $5,000 mark. But the 5.0, the 4.6 does not respond to NA mods at all. They make minimal power NA. 5.0, you can add NA mods, bigger throttle body, different rockers, headers, and change heads and run up 300 horsepower. And the parts don't cost you as much for a 5.0. It's expensive to build a 4.6, like really, really expensive. a set of heads for a 4.6 performance heads, which are the only ones on the market besides ported PI heads, is the Trick Flows. You're looking about $3,000 for a set of those. There's the cat, since the cat wanted to come lay with me. But you're looking like $300, maybe $500 for a set of heads for a 5.0. The cam is like $300 for a 5.0. It's like I paid $675 for my customs because I have dual cams. I get twice the price. It's not. They're not good NA motors. Am I going NA? Yes. Am I stupid? Yes. But as far as it's going, the 5.0 has an issue with drainability as well, and they don't drain back as well because there's an oil port that's too small. I used to remember which one you had to drill out, but most people recommend drilling that port out or modding that port when you remove the heads. I forget what head it was. There's some heads. It may be the block. I'm not sure. I'm not really into the 5.0. But as far as the 5.0, the 5.0 is a more displacement. It can produce more power with bolt-ons. Bolt-ons refers to anything that's not internalized. You know, a cam is still a bolt-on because you're not changing pistons. You're not putting a supercharger on it. You're not doing that. Throttle body, headers, you know, those are all bolt-ons. The 4.6, I've made 215 with that. I made 227, 250 with bigger injectors, bigger throttle body, all that, and it's not that much. You could probably make over 300 with the setup I've got on for a 5.0. But the 5.0 is an older motor. 5.0 is a push rod. You have more rotational weight. The 5.0 also weighs more, I do believe, than the 4.6. 4.6 clocks in at like 800 pounds. 5.0 is like 8-9 maybe. Not really sure on that, so don't quote me on that. But as far as I'm concerned, I like the 4.6 because it's very quick revving. The throttle response is very quick, and it's off the line. It's like that. But the 5.0 can be modded to be quick revving and quicker revving than the 4.6. But that's going to be all for this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and be savage.